Social media. So this Facebook thing, I think, is going to be really big. Have you guys heard about Facebook? All the kids are on it these days. You guys have already seen this, but I hope you're okay with watching it.
I'm Brooke Alvarez. Let's get right to our top story tonight. Congress today reauthorized funding for Facebook, the massive online surveillance program run by the CIA. According to Department of Homeland Security reports, Facebook has replaced almost every other CIA information gathering program since it was launched in 2004.
After years of secretly monitoring the public, we were astounded so many people would willingly publicize where they live, their religious and political views, an alphabetized list of all their friends' personal email addresses, phone numbers, hundreds of photos of themselves, and even status updates about what they were doing moment to moment. It is truly a dream come true for the CIA.
Much of the credit belongs to CIA agent Mark Zuckerberg, who runs the day-to-day Facebook operation for the agency. The decorated agent, codenamed the Overlord, was recently awarded the prestigious Medal of Intelligence Commendation for his work with the Facebook program, which he has called, quote, the single most powerful tool for population control ever created. Among the biggest successes of the Facebook program is Operation Farmville, which the CIA credits with pacifying as many as 85 million people after unemployment rates rose dramatically. Other features, such as the suggested friends window, have been instrumental in allowing government agents to infiltrate deeper into the friend networks of suspected dissidents. For some expert analysis now on the story, let's check in with the Fact Zone's first responders. Jason, you have written extensively about the Facebook program. Why is it so effective?
Well, one of the key reasons is that the CIA has been so thorough in convincing the nation that constantly sharing information about everything that you're doing is somehow desirable instead of deeply unsettling.
Yeah. You know, but critics are saying that with the national debt being so high, is this really the time to be spending even more money on spy programs?
Well, actually, the Facebook program saves the CIA money.
That's right.
Like the Maps application, where you list every place that you've been, whether it's the state or a country. Or...
Oh, right, with the little pins, they show where you visited. Yeah,
yes,
I like that.
That kind of information would have taken the CIA months of going through hotel receipts and plane tickets to figure it all out. The manpower that Facebook saves is huge.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the calendar feature even lets the CIA know where you're going to be in advance. So that's
right. So now if they want to pick you up for questioning, all they have to do is see which events you RSVP'd yes to and then send their agents to be waiting for you.
That's how they got my brother.
That's right.
So effective. But guys, with all the focus on the Facebook program, is it taking away from some of the other CIA programs like the Twitter initiative?
Oh, yeah, the funding for that should be cut entirely.
Right, 400 billion tweets and not one useful bit of data was ever transmitted.
Oh, that's true. Now, is this trend of social network information gathering dangerous? I mean, just last week, the New York Times revealed that Al-Qaeda has designed Foursquare to identify popular locations for bombing.
Actually, Brooke, that's been discredited as any kind of real threat. The people that use that site are people that no one would mind seeing bombed anyway.
Yeah,
So.
really, the only thing the CIA has to be concerned about is people losing interest in Facebook and moving on to a new social network site, like the Chinese site Wanbi.
I love Wanbi.
Are you guys on Wanbi?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so much more fun than Facebook.
It is great.
I love that one.
I love that you can earn friend points the more state secrets that you post. You know, I've got a lot of contacts in the State Department. You know, I think I could really rack them up.
Post them up.
I should.
All right, first responders, thank you so much as always. You know, I'm, of course, a big fan of any social networking site. It allows me to interact with my fans without having to see, hear, or smell them. Well, it's taken months of preparation, but it's finally here. Today, Mark.
And you want to think about it, right? Think about when you post something on Facebook. Think about when you tweet something. Do you post links to spammy websites? Do you post links to garbage content? Do you post links to really thin content that are covered with ads? Not really. You don't. You don't spam your friends. You don't send them to poker sites and all these like weird garbage affiliate links, right? You usually only post stuff you're interested in, stuff your friends are interested in, stuff that's funny, right? You only post quality stuff for the most part, as long as you're a nice person on Facebook. Maybe you're sending viruses to your friends, I don't know, then you're a jerk. But the point is, if a large number of people are liking something, posting something, tweeting something, retweeting something, wouldn't you as a search engine want to know that? Wouldn't you want to incorporate that into your rankings? And that's sort of where we are, is that if a piece of content on the internet is getting a lot of social media engagement, usually that's helpful to your rankings. Here's the summary for what factors of social media are important to SEO, right? So the biggest piece is a diversity of sources. This is the same concept as link building, right? Having 50 tweets to a link from one account is not nearly as valuable as having 50 tweets from 50 unique accounts. Right? This is the same premise in search engine optimization. One web page that links to another web page 50 times is not nearly as valuable as 50 web pages that link to a page 50 times. Right? So you want a large variety of people. But tweets or shares of an older piece of information over and over again can be indicative of lasting value. So if you create something and it gets tweeted a lot and then stops, that's sort of relevant for the time being. But if you create something and it's tweeted and posted consistently over time, it's considered like longer lasting, right? And might be of longer lasting value. A lot of people use URL shorteners in their links. So they say, oh, does the anchor text matter? And it looks like it doesn't, but the surrounding message can be important. So when you tweet something, if you're trying to get that to help in rankings, you want to include that text in your tweet or in your Facebook post. A lot of people believe it can fill the gap that's left by the lack of anchor text. And the engagement level, right? The quantity of clicks, retweets, likes, etc., can certainly impact how much weight is given to that link. So it's going to be kind of confusing, but the point is, when you create really good content, if you get a lot of social media engagement from it, it can help your rankings. That's sort of the takeaway here, as confusing as that was. It's considered a quality signal by search engines, and it can be beneficial to your rank.